Hey guys, Amanda here. I just wanted to pop on because a lot of you guys have been asking me about how I save money and am able to be healthy and eat a healthy diet every single week and actually save money in the process. I feel like there is this kind of overarching thought that eating healthy and eating good foods that fill you up equals a shit ton of money on groceries and on just eating in general. And I wanted to dispel this myth because this was something that I also felt for so long, and it was a big reason why I never really wanted to hop on board, because I am, on top of being a health coach, I am an artist, I'm an actor, and I don't have a lot of all the time disposable income. And especially a couple years ago, I was in college and I just didn't have the ability to spend a lot of money every single week on my groceries. So I have developed my top 3 tips for what I do in order to really keep myself on track, but also be mindful of my budget in the process. So every single week I purchase money for myself, or purchase food for myself and my husband Kevin. And so we're a 2-person family. So obviously this is different for bigger families. But for us, we spend every single week and we never go over $100. And that is the highest amount that we pretty much ever go. And that includes our Shakeology every single week that we both drink, and all of the fruits and veggies and everything that is consumed in our bodies on a weekly basis. So my first tip, and this is the biggest one, you guys, is plan. A plan is so important. Because planning, if you go into the grocery store and you're just like running around like a chicken with your head cut off, which is what I used to do, I would just grab shit that looked good. And before I knew it, I was ringing up and I was buying like a box of cereal or granola that was $8 and all this crazy shit that I didn't really need. So plan. You guys, plan your meals out. Take some time on the weekend or whenever you go. If you go and you get your groceries on Sunday, take some time that morning or on Saturday and write down your schedule for the week. Figure out what your commitments are. Are you going out on Wednesday night? Okay, so plan around that. What are your meals going to be? What are your dinners going to be that week? What are your breakfasts going to be? Figure out what you exactly need and make a list. Make a list and write it down, because if you have a list and you have a plan going into the grocery store, or at least a beautiful, like, overarching, not specific plan, but like majority of what you have written down, you know what you need, then you're gonna be gold, and you're not gonna be spending money on things that you don't actually need for your week, or have things in your fridge sitting there a week later going bad and you realizing, oh, you just wasted $20 of your last week's grocery run, right? Because that's no fun when we make that realization. I know I've done that a time or two. So plan. If you need a meal planning schedule, hit me up. I will hook you up because it is so important. It's changed my life. Number 2, and this is kind of like an oxymoron to what I just said, but be flexible, okay? I used to go in with a strict plan, and I was following specific meal plan schedules that had really specific ingredients in it, and some of which are on the pricier side. I was constantly buying stupid stuff like Himalayan salt for this thing, or almond flour for this recipe, and I just found that I was spending so much money, and I was like, this is ridiculous. I can't live this healthy lifestyle. But here's the thing. If you're flexible, if you're going in and you're saying, okay, tonight for dinner or next week for dinner, I'm going to do, a protein and some sweet potatoes and some greens, whatever green vegetable stands out to me, okay? That's kind of a typical staple dinner in our household. But I don't necessarily plan out the specific recipe unless I'm really craving something until I get to the store and I have a couple ideas in my brain or that I've written down, and I check out what's on sale, okay? This is what I mean by being flexible, because every single week at our deli in our Mariano's, which is where we go shopping, there are sales. So sometimes last week pork tenderloin was on sale, so we grabbed that and we made pork tenderloin this week. Turkey was also on sale, so we made stuffed peppers with ground turkey in it, right? Figure out what is on sale where you're at, where you're shopping, and be flexible. I didn't necessarily know if I was gonna get zucchini or broccoli or green beans or Brussels sprouts, but the Brussels sprouts and the green beans were on sale this week, so that's what I grabbed. It also doesn't hurt that those are my favorite vegetables, but that's what I grabbed and put in our cart for our dinners. So just be mindful when you're walking around the grocery store and save when you can. A lot of grocery stores also have little cards that give you coupons, or if you shop with them, you can get savings. So definitely get one of those. They're always free, and you can really save that way. And my third and final tip, limit eating out. Not only will this help your waistline, but it will also help your budget and your bank account, you guys. Despite like having, a couple years ago when I think back, despite having not any money. I don't know where it was coming from. Like I hardly had any money, but I found myself like eating out because I wasn't planning, eating out because it was just easier to grab a salad than to actually run out and, have meal prep that over the weekend and chop those vegetables and just throw it in the morning and be ready to go, right? It is so important to be mindful of how often you're eating out, okay? So if you can do that and stick to your budget and stick to your plan and be flexible along the process, I really believe that you are going to end up saving $30 to $40 off of your weekly allotted amount for food. And definitely if you limit eating out, oh my gosh, it can save you so much money in the long run. So I cannot recommend it enough. If you have any questions about this, let me know. But this is kind of what has worked for me, and where I've been able to really be more mindful with where I'm putting my money, but also allowing myself to stick to my plan and my goals. Because healthy eating doesn't have to be expensive. Okay. I'm going to say that again. Healthy eating doesn't have to be expensive. It just is about finding the program and the meal plan that gives you the flexibility to make all these choices. So again, if you have any questions or want to know what I do specifically for my meal plan, just message me. But this is really it, you guys. These are my tips. I know it sounds really simple, but once you actually put them into action, it can make all the difference in the world. So I hope this was helpful, and I will talk to you guys later.